Parcel drop. It's Wednesday. Hope everyone is doing well. Procrastination, the thing I'm struggling with again. I spoke about this before. At the moment, it's the thing that's really slowing me down in my working day, and I can't work out why it is. So today has been actually a really positive, successful day. We've been outsourcing. Started off quite slow, and then you know what it's like. You hit at a store, you hit at the next store, you hit a couple more times, and then suddenly you've got 20 odd items in the space of 3 hours sourcing, which isn't bad at all. But where I'm talking about procrastination, struggling to even say it, I take far too long to do the most simple tasks. So today I've made a real effort to kind of get home, to set up the photography lights. Well, I say set up, all I've got to do is switch them on. The shed was a bit of a mess, so I had to spend a bit of time clearing that, so that doesn't help. But the speed it takes me to do the listings from the photos, putting them away, and to get them listed and cross-list onto Vinted, all in all is taking maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe at a push, and that's going at steady speed, I would say. You know, not crazy speed when it comes to the photos, not crazy speed when it comes to the listing, a bit more care maybe on both fronts to try and get better photos and a better listing. So that isn't too bad. So when I break it all down, I think about all the stuff I want to do outside of eBay. I don't want to personally be working on eBay, you know, 18 hours a day or whatever it may be, my personal preference. I want to find other things I enjoy. I want to try new activities. You know, we're talking about playing paddle, which is like the in thing at the moment, isn't it? It's like the hip thing to do. So we're talking about doing that on like a weekly basis, which will be good because I feel like I need that weekly activity to look forward to outside of work. So yeah, just really thinking about how I can be kind of done with eBay, the processing side done with eBay within a couple of hours, to then spend more time outsourcing, which I'm really starting to enjoy at the moment. I'm starting to realise that just because the first few shops might not be great, you will find the stuff you are looking for if you go to more places. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? It's very common sense. But it's really starting to hit now that spend less time worrying about what you haven't found and just go to more shops. And that's exactly what I did today. But it'd be nice to have eBay wrapped up by lunchtime, to be honest with you. So I can actually then concentrate on other things, concentrate on the YouTube side, concentrate on life, really. I still feel I'm working Monday to Sunday at the moment. I feel it is still very much non-stop, and people have spoke about this before in the sense of if you work hard Monday to Friday, guess what? You don't have to work Saturday and Sunday. So the car boot sales will always be work. Although it is fun, I enjoy them, it is still work. So this is not ever going to be, for me, the time where I take weekends off. Just doesn't make sense. But I've spoken many times before, and I'm still not holding myself accountable to actually take a day off during the week to switch off from eBay. And the reason I can't do that is because I'm not proactive during the working hours, or not proactive enough during my working hours to allow me that time, because I procrastinate. And when I speak about that, it sounds so stupid, but sometimes I'll think about taking my photos for an hour. I think about, I've got to go down the garage and take the photos, and it's a bit of a mess, and I haven't got the best stuff to put up today. And then today, when I got back with some really good stuff, I felt so motivated to do it and to get the stuff I picked up today live and to get it to start selling. I mean, one item I listed, I paid £2.75 for a Foul Raven, I think is how you pronounce it, jumper. I listed it up on eBay for 80, and within the space of 10 minutes, I think we've got 4 watchers on it, and I put it on Vinted. It's gonna sell today. So I'm super motivated to list the good stuff, and naturally, when I feel like I haven't picked up the good stuff, I don't feel as motivated. So again, common sense to most, you know what these walks are like. I just share my thoughts and what's going on with me. Today has been another reminder to not pick up the rubbish. Again, sounds very simple on paper, but to come home with less if need be, to go to another town if need be, because then you have the motivation to list it. So yeah, do you guys share that thought when you come to doing the task? If you've got a banger item ready to go up, like you race to get that up and you race to, or you feel like you want to get up, you know, it might go in your queue naturally, I get that, but it's more exciting when you list a great item worth good money compared to the stuff that you've picked up in haste. Let me know in the comments. We've made it to the bridge. Also want to speak a little bit today about, one day we'll spin the camera in the right way. I want to speak a little bit today as well with regards to the learning aspect when it comes to eBay, because I feel we all learn stuff every single day. It's a constant learn, and I've tried many different ways to learn things. Luke and I was doing the Instagram things for a while. We'll probably continue that when he's back, because honestly, I've learned so much from speaking with him, looking at stuff, looking at the comps, looking at the solds, also speaking to the guys and girls who come in and interact with us and share knowledge. Instagram is such a great tool for me to learn, more than socialize, I would say. I feel it's great to chat on Instagram, it's great to post your wins, it's great to ask questions, yes. But honestly, I get the most from Instagram by just looking and seeing what other people are talking about, what other people have sold and picked up. And there was a brand that I've listed up today that Shell Resells had. This is a crazy story. She had shown this brand last Wednesday, and it was kind of one of the brands where you look at and you're like, okay, that will stick now. I'll remember it for when I see it. And I messaged her last Wednesday and I said, thank you for telling me about that brand. And it encouraged me to go out sourcing. And that day was the day I found a jacket, potentially £1,000 jacket. Don't want to bore you with it. £1,000 jacket. Can't wait till it sells. Anyway, so because of everything, I feel that stuck. And guess what we found today? That brand. For £6, I think it is, for a dress. Probably going to get £70 upwards for it. But I would never have known unless Shell was kind enough to share on Instagram. And I put out a post about, you know, someone who shared it. I thought it was Shell, and Shell did confirm it was her. But I also had another message from someone saying another person had shared the brand the day before. So where I'm going with this is the research is so different to everyone. People learn in so many different ways. People learn from books, people learn from audio, from visual. For me, it's a mix of everything. I've got to be proactive with my learning personally, but I learn a lot from what people share on Instagram. So I guess where I'm kind of waffling and going with this is follow the right kind of people for what you're looking to learn. if I was looking to learn in depth about video games, I would be looking at following the people who are day in, day out sourcing video games. I wouldn't be following someone like myself, you know, who knows some stuff, but I'm no expert. So yeah, the research has been really good. Yeah, I feel just utilise what's out there for you. Obviously I'm part of text group, love text group, learn lots from there. But there's many different ways to learn, and every way works different for every person, and that's okay. So regardless of whether you're new, regardless of whether you've been reselling for many years, keep learning. Don't let anyone tell you the way you're learning is wrong, because it's not. It's your way, and remember that. And stay positive with it, because as I say, today I probably picked up 3 brands, including the dress I spoke about that Shell shared, that a couple of weeks ago I didn't have a clue. So yeah, I've spoken before about how Instagram could be a distraction, Instagram could be a negative. This is me speaking about how Instagram can be a positive for me. Anyway, slowdown of eBay sales yesterday. We had 4 sales on eBay. We had 2 on Vinted, not the best. Sold a pair of Merrill shoes, which are good, 40 quid on them. And the challenge started today. The 0 into Meta glasses challenge started today. So as soon as I complete that, I can take you guys into the charity shops with me and show you more. Anyway, we've arrived. Happy Wednesday. It's going to be hotter in the UK than Ibiza tomorrow. Get some of that.